Should have brought sunglasses. All right, you going? Today I'm here with what's your name?
Emilio.
Emilio. You sound like you have an accent. Or where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
Mexico, really?
Yeah.
Were you born there?
Yeah.
When did you come here?
About 6 years ago. Yeah.
How come?
Cornell.
Are you a grad student, a
Yeah.
student? What are you studying?
History.
History.
Yeah. And today's my last day in the U.S.
Really? You go back?
I'll be traveling for a while, but yeah.
In where?
Africa, Middle East, East Asia.
Is
Um,
it for fun or for work or how come?
I'll be writing. I'm finishing my dissertation, and some of these places are connected to my research.
So when you I imagine you went to undergrad in Mexico, right?
No,
No.
in Qatar.
Qatar,
Yeah.
really? How
Yeah.
did that work? Mexico to Qatar to the US?
Yeah. Well, I was in Qatar for a while before the U.S. But yeah.
So when did you leave Mexico?
When I was 18, so about 16 years ago.
And did you go straight to school in Qatar? Or did you work first?
I worked in China first, and then I went to school in Qatar.
What were you doing in China? I mean, it feels like you've been everywhere, dude.
Yeah, I like to travel. I was doing an internship, traveling and learning Chinese. Yeah.
你会说中文吗?
Uh, Not anymore,
Not
but
anymore.
I understand. Yeah, you speak Chinese.
A little bit. I mean, I know like one or two
I used
phrases.
to be pretty good. I used to be pretty good bargaining.
Yeah,
Uh,
in Chinese.
yeah, this was a long time ago.
So you're finishing up your dissertation then, right?
Correct.
And that's the main thing you're working on right now?
Correct.
Right. And I guess why are you working on that? Like what's the motivation? Why are you choosing to do that?
To work on my thesis.
Yeah, like not everyone does a PhD, not everyone picks
Oh.
history. Like what's the drive behind it? What's the reason you're working on it?
Oh well, I'm interested in. I mean, history as a subject, and it's a way of understanding what we do and where we are and where we're heading. And also, I like the academic world and the kind of flexibility and the fact that I'm able to travel and move around. Um, I think it's a good suit.
So do you wanna go into academia?
Probably,
Probably.
probably,
Maybe.
yeah. That's the plan.
So what would you say is your number one priority over the next few months? You're leaving Cornell. What's the main focus?
Well, to be happy, have fun, and finish my PhD.
And what advice would you give to yourself when you were 18 about to leave Mexico? What's something you know that you would want to tell your younger self?
Uh, yeah, go with it, enjoy it.
Go then, enjoy
Yeah, yeah, take risks. Yeah.
it. And last question. So you're leaving Cornell. You spent some time in Ithaca. What's the most memorable, most crazy thing that you've seen at Cornell or in Ithaca?
Wow. Memorable. I'd say just I guess nature part of it. I quite like it. And crazy. I don't know. I think it's a place with a lot of inequalities. There's a very high hardcore drug consumption,
Yeah,
and if you go like to the outskirts of town,
yeah.
there's like a lot. That's very it's very interesting to see it in contrast with like an Ivy League university
Right.
and yeah.
I should ask you this too. I mean, you've been to Mexico, the United States, Qatar, China. Those are four distinct locations that most people haven't been to, all of them at least. What are the main differences between each of them? Maybe societal, social. Like how would you characterize each of them?
Wow, the main differences. I don't know. I mean, every place has its own culture and its own distinctive language politics,
Right.
socioeconomics, and all of that. But I think it's perhaps to me more interesting to think that what are some of the things they have in common,
Right.
which is I don't know to me a way of understanding humanity as a whole
Yeah.
beyond you know nations or kind of this relatively modern ways of understanding ourselves and the politics and society around us. So yeah,
Right, so today's your last day. Then, like, what's the plan for today?
what's the plan? I need to finish packing, and then I'm gonna meet up with some friends for dinner. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for doing the interview, and it was nice speaking with you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man.
Nice
Good
to meet you.
luck.
Thanks.